Test one, two.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race winning setups for all three eNASCAR series Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team. Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. You are with Pirate Broadcasting. I'll tell you what, we've got a heck of a run here with the Mlsr, Major League Sim Racing. We are at Atlanta tonight. We are going to have a lot of fun. I'll tell you what. Here's the race information right now as we stand. They are just out there doing a little bit of qualifying, but for your information, we are racing at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta. It's 70 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 45% humidity. It is partly cloudy, only 2-mile-an-hour winds. Now, it's 70 degrees in the air. The track is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It could be a little greasy out here tonight for these guys getting around the track. I'll tell you what, this 1.5-mile track at Atlanta, now called Echo Park Speedway, this could be very interesting because we have somewhere around 30 trucks on the grid here tonight. Now, during practice, I'll tell you what, we'll take a quick look. Corey Powell, Ideal Pest Racing, he was the fastest on the track during practice, 30.846. Howard Peoples was second quick, 30.886. And Tanner Ensign was third fast at 30.967. Now, again, that's during practice. They are out there now. They're out there trying to do some qualifying. Patrick Wilkinson, he appears to be the fastest truck on the track at this moment in time. That number 82, that is Patrick Wilkinson. Now, Tanner Ensign, he has just jumped into the pole position. So we're just waiting for these guys to all cycle through and get their qualifying laps in. But as it stands right now, it looks like, no, it looks like Gary Breland has just jumped up to the top of the board. He's Canadian. Not quite sure where he's from. He's driving that Toyota, though, that number 23. So he's at the top of the leaderboard. We still got a few guys out there that need to get their qualifying in, so we're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. We take a look at Scott Matthews. He was out there, that number 7. That's a sharp-looking truck. Elijah Mopin, he is out there. He's in the 66. Whoa, we got a little bit of a slide going on there. Not good. Keep her off the wall, buddy. You don't want to get her all wrecked up before the race even starts. James Beard, he's moving up the board. He is right now about third place. So we'll have to see if we can get something more on a second run around the track. But that's the way it stands right now. We got a few guys out there. Here's Adam Ramsey. Adam Ramsey's coming out. We're going to follow along with him. He's already jumped up into the 15th position in that 97 car. So we're going to see if he jumps up a little bit higher. Follow him around the track in his qualifying run. I believe his first run was already putting him at 15th position. So we're going to see how he comes around the track here now. Across the start finish. He's moved up to 10th. He's up to the 10th position right now. We have one more lap to go during qualifying, and that's it for his qualifying. So he's going to qualify at about 11th position right now. Gary Breland looks like the fastest truck on the track. So we just got to do a little bit of bike adjustments and a couple of little things here. We'll get this thing underway here directly. We're just waiting for them to grid up and make it happen. As you can see, Howard People just finished up his qualifying run. He is 5th quick. He's in 5th place right now. It is still Gary Breland on the pole. Looks like most of these guys have finished their qualifying run. We're just waiting for them to get this nailed down. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to put up our regular, we have our track map up in the upper right-hand corner that you always see. And we always have our driver information down in the lower left-hand corner. Just need to recycle a few things here. Just stand by here, folks. We're just getting a few things taken care of. There we go. We get that all done. All righty. Bring up our driver information. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. I just don't have it on my main screen. That's kind of strange. All right, we got a few things going on here, folks. We're just trying to get this thing underway. We're just trying to double check a couple of our settings, get them all squared away so we're ready to rock and roll this thing. and we'll get this race underway. All right, so we're just waiting for them to finish up their qualifying. Once we get done with that, we shall be racing. We had a thunderstorm here, a lightning storm, quite severe, actually. About an hour ago, it started coming through. It's just finishing up now, but it took a while to restart my computer to get everything ready to go for this race. So that's why I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball here, just trying to get a few things nailed down, making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be for this race. So I do apologize if I seem a little confused here. A little bit under the gun here, but we're getting it all nailed down. We're catching up, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. We're just waiting for these guys to get out and finish their meeting down in the pits. As soon as they finish their meeting, we'll get them all gridded up, and away we'll go. It looks like we do have 30 trucks in the field here tonight, so we're going to have to see how that's going to play out. I'll tell you what, at Atlanta, it is not a big 2.5-mile track like Daytona or Talladega, but it is a fast track. So it can be considered one of the big tracks as far as the speed goes. And the width of the track, it's 4 lanes wide here as a rule in some places. So, I mean, you can really spread the cars out. In the corners, you get down to 3 lanes, though, basically. So it can be a little tight. It can be a little tight. But we're going to have some good racing going on here, I do believe. So we're just waiting for them to finish up their driver's meeting. Man, they talk a lot of stuff down there in the driver's meeting. It's terrible. But anyway, it should be a good time. It looks like Gary Braylon is going to be your pole sitter. It looks like Tanner Ensign is going to be on the outside. Then we have James Beard in 3rd and Joe Conan in 4th. Mike McCoy Sr. in 5th, and Howard Peoples in 6th place. That's the way it looks as of right now. Just making sure in the meeting they don't upset the officials in any way, shape, or form. Somebody gets sent to the back of the pack. We don't want that to happen to these guys. So it looks like the only Canadian in the field, Gary Braylon, he's on the pole position here tonight. Don't remember his name. This may be his first night racing with us. So I know we have a few new guys here this evening. Dakota Cydrus, or Cydrus. I apologize for the pronunciation, Dakota. But he's in the 24 machine. So he's, I believe, new here tonight. Let's see who else we have. We got a few other people here. Joshua Whitmire, I believe he's new. I believe he was here before. I'm not quite sure. Michael Neal, not quite sure about him. Gary Braylon, again, on the pole. I don't recall seeing him in previous races, but he may have been here, but I don't think he was. So, all right, we're still waiting for them to get the grid up. We're still waiting for them to make it happen. I believe they have a 10-minute meeting. So that makes it difficult for me because I've got to keep you folks entertained out there. And okay, here we go. We're going to get them all gridded up finally. They're gridding up for qualifying. We're just waiting for these guys to all get in their positions. All right, we're going to go take a look. Gonna wait and see if I get the right best angle here for everyone. All right, let's see if I can go with this one right here. Just waiting for a few of the other trucks to appear on the pit lane to get this thing ready to go. We're still waiting for Mike McCoy, Dakota Cydrus, Dana Shepard, Matthew Taylor, Zach Domer, and Matthew Neal. We're still waiting for those guys to get out here and get this thing ready to go. All right, though, we'll start the grid right here now, just so that way we don't get far behind. Again, we have 30 trucks on the field here tonight. So right off the get-go, we have the starting grid. Oh, let's see. I have a little bit of a problem with that. Going to have to redo that. I just need to redo something here. Just bear with me, folks. See if I can get that going. All right, let's see if we can get this all. Okay, we got everyone gridded here now. Here we go. Gary Braylon on the pole. Tanner Ensign, he is in second place. Row 2, we have James Beard and Joe Conan. Then in row 3, we have Mike McCoy and Howard Peoples. Then we have Robert Burke and Patrick Wilkinson. Then row 5, Sean Kaiser and Stephen Shannon. Then row 6, we have Ethan Thompson and Dakota Sigris. Row 7, we're going to have Adam Ramsey and Corey Powell. Row 8, we have Joseph Essenberg and Scott Matthews. Row 9, Dana Shepard, Elijah Mopin. Row 10, Russ Markinack and Gary May. Then we have Jason Thomas and Shane Hatfield. Then row 12, Matthew Taylor and David Allen. Then we have Chris Etcheper and Michael Patrick. Row 14, Joshua Whitmire, Tucky Allen. Row 15, Zach Domer and Matthew Neal. All right, so we're going to go back up to the front of this thing. We're going to get this thing ready to rock and roll, see if we can get some things happening here. There we go. We're racing. The flag's been dropped. We're on the way. Here we go. Racing around the corner. We got James Beard out in front. Tanner Ensign is on the outside. And that 29 machine, but actually it's named it's 26, according to my ticker. Okay, so we got a few other things going on. We're just trying to fix these up real quick. There we go. Open up our action alerts. There we go. We're getting a little bit better angle on everything. Here we go. All right, so we have the 25, James Beard. He is out in front. We have the 30 right there of Mike McCoy. Also, Tanner Ensign in the 26. He is right there as well. We've got two 29s. Now, the 29 that's right there beside the 30, that is actually the 26 of Tanner Ensign. That's his machine there. He's supposed to be in the 26 truck. All right, so we do have a caution right off the get-go. Let's see what happened here with the caution. Why that came out. We're having a little bit of difficulty here with our caution and our few of our things here, but we're getting this straightened away. Looks like Scott Matthews, Dana Shepard might have been involved in that. Let's see if I can take a look. Scott Matthews is coming back out of the pits. Well, let's go back and take a look at Dana Shepard. He was involved. All right, so we're going to have to back this up. We've got a couple little glitches with our computer here tonight, folks. We're going to try to work through them. All right, so here we go. Coming down. Looks like Dana Shepard in the 44. Looks like he got in behind. Oh, looks like that 92 came down right in front of him. There we go, the two of them sliding sideways into the grass. That's what brought out this caution this time by. The 44 is out there trying to maintain position, trying to get it back under control. Away we go. All right, folks. We're going to go back up to the leader. Go back up to live. Okay, James Beard, he's up at the front of this thing. Again, that 29, that blue and white truck that you see, that is Tanner Ensign. He is the number 26 on your screen. You get a good look at it right there. He's on the outside there. That blue and red truck there says 29 on the side of it there. WYD Outlaw. What would you do, Outlaw? Custom diecast, I believe that is. Anyway, he's actually the 26 car. He is driving the 29 tonight, but he's actually the 26 car, just so that you know. All right, so we'll take a quick look. We're still trying to get a couple little things working here. I'm not quite sure why I do not have my camera. One of my camera angles is not working for me. So we're going to try to fix this up, try to get this under control again. Not quite sure why that is not working. The lights are still in the pace car, so I'm going to try to do this real quick here, folks. Just bear with me. Just to try to get everything all back the way it's supposed to be. There we go. It looks like we got it back under control. We'll see if we can get our camera angles proper. That's the close-up camera angle I was looking for. There we go. Okay, we're back underway. We should be all right now. Again, thunder and lightning, it really messed me up. And I was trying to get everything all crammed in here at the last minute. And there's a few things that I'm missing that I kind of did not have because I lost all my settings. I had it all preset here earlier today. And then, well, Mother Nature, she's always acting up. EM number 66 says I need a dude wipe. You suppose? All right, so here we go. We're going to take a look. We're following behind the pace car. We're going in through turns 1 and 2, heading onto the back straightaway. Man, I'll tell you what. We've got some good picture angles here now. I think we got it all straightened out. There's a good picture of all the cars, trucks we have. We got 30 trucks on the field. Patrick Wilson, he's still in the pits, though. He's doing a little bit of work on that 082, trying to get that thing nailed down and get it back ready to go once again. Well, meanwhile, we're going to go back up with James Beard, waiting for him to get everything under control, waiting for him to come around the corner. He's just going into turn 3 there now. Everyone else is looking fairly good. Oh, 2 by 2 by 2. Everyone's looking good. All right, so we're going to come around, get this thing underway one more time. The pace car is going to pull off. We're going to go back up to Barney, up in the flag stand. There's a long front straightaway. We see the trucks in the distance. They're going through the restart zone. Barney, get ready to wave that flag. Here we go. James Beard is on the move. He is out there running hard, trying to stay ahead of Mike McCoy and Tanner Ensign. And he's doing it at the moment. But that 30 of Mike McCoy, he's coming up, and there is Joe Conan in that chrome truck. He likes driving that chrome truck. I've seen him in a couple different leagues. He usually always has that chrome truck of his. No logos on it. Just nice chrome, shiny truck of his. That Chevrolet always looks really good, especially in the sun. There you go. He's jumping out in front of that 29, which is actually the 26 of Tanner Ensign. But anyway, here we go. We're going to jump back up. James Beard, he is out in front. He has now Joe Conan trying to catch up with the back end of him. He has Tanner Ensign behind him, and then we have Mike McCoy in fourth. They're all on the inside line. Right now, James Beard is on the outside. He's dropping back down into the corner, trying to find the fastest way around. It doesn't seem to be working, though, because he had a little bit of a lead, and now they're all catching up with him. Meanwhile, farther to back in the pack, everyone else is looking pretty good. We've got a few guys scuffing the wall. But other than that, James Beard riding along with Elijah Mope, and take a look from his roof cam. You can see a whole pack of them up in front of him. He's just riding along here trying to be safe. I bet you he's looking at his windshield saying, these boys are going to wreck. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, boy. Yes, and he got down. He caught a little bit of it, but he did catch some on his passenger side fender. It took his front fender off his truck. But I'll tell you what, we're going to go back and take a look and see what happened. Man, oh, man, did I call that one or what? Or maybe Elijah Mopin did, reading his mind. Let's see how this plays out. We're following along with Robert Burke. Looks like the 22. He got pushed down to 52, came down into 98. The 98 got into the 22. These guys just all started bunching up together. There we go. Everybody's into this. Everybody's getting, a lot of people are getting a piece of this without a doubt. All right, so there we go. There's the 22 still backing down the track. Everyone else is trying to avoid him. Boys, oh boys, there's the 45. The 45 is sliding a little bit sideways there, trying to do something with it, but he can't quite. Then we've seen the 6. See a few different guys out there. The 15's up there slowing down, trying not to hit the 22. All right, so we're going to go back out to live. Go back up with the leader. All righty, here we go. So we're going to go back out in the camera's a little bit wider angle here. See if I can get a good angle back here. There we go. There's a good camera angle for you. All right. Again, I'm still playing with a few of my camera angles, a few different things going on here, but we are slowly getting it all worked out. All right, so a lot of guys went in the pit. Sean Kaiser, Howard Peoples, Ethan Thomas, Joseph Essenberg, Steve Shannon, Corey Powell, Dana Shepard, Robert Burke, Elijah Mopin, Gary May, Matthew Taylor. A lot of guys are in the pits getting some repairs done while we have a little bit of time. So these guys are running around. There's the 082. He's up there trying to catch back up again. He was in there for a while, actually. 241, he was in the pit. So he was in there getting some repairs done. So he's back out onto the track. Meanwhile, back up at the front, James Beard is still trying to hold off Joe Cronin in that Chrome 72 Chevrolet. So we're going to have to watch that on the restart because I believe Joe's got a pretty fast truck. So I think he might have something for James Beard on the restart. So as of right now, take a look at the pit strategy. The top 10 trucks have not pitted yet. Now, a few of the other guys farther down have pitted, but the top 10 have not taken a pit stop yet. Now, a little bit to know. We have one fast repair. That means if you break your truck, you can pull into the pits and just hit the magical button and get that fast repair and you'll have a brand new truck. But you can only do that one time. After that, you have to have your mechanics beating and banging on the fenders or whatever, trying to get that truck back out onto the track as fast as possible. Now you have 4 sets of tires, 1 set on the truck to start the race. You have 3 extra sets of tires sitting in the pits for you, ready to go. Then we're also running 65% fuel. That'll put you somewhere around 30 to 32 laps, I do believe, for a tank of fuel. So these top 10 drivers, they did not pit as of yet, so they've got about 10 laps on their trucks. They're going to have to pit in about 20 laps. The odds are they'll have another caution before that happens because these guys are being really racy here tonight right off the get-go. So we're going to have to watch and see how it's all going to play out. All right. EM number 66 Racing. As soon as they started to settle down, they started to wreck in front of me. Yes, they did. Oh, well. So, okay, EM number 66 Racing. I would say that's Elijah Mopin that's sitting there in chat. When do you get time to chat, Elijah? You're sitting there racing your truck there, buddy, because the pace car is pulling off. You guys better get ready to rock and roll because we're going up to Barney. Barney's got the flag in hand. He's going to drop the flag. We're going to get it rocking and rolling. Here we go. James Beard out in front. He has Tanner Ensign right there and Joe Cronin dropping back, trying to catch up as well. But right now, Tanner Ensign is the one that's pushing James Beard in that 25. Again, that's the 26, not the 29. We have 2 29 trucks on the field here tonight. This second place truck is supposed to be the 26 truck. Just bear that in mind, folks. Anyway, so he's in second place. That's Tanner Ensign. He is pushing James Beard. And then we have Chris Etcheper in the 99. Haven't seen Chris for a bit. He's worked his way up to the front of the pack. He had Joe Cronin right behind him. Then we have Mike McCoy Sr. He's sporting that WWE wrestling NWO wrestlers on the front. I haven't seen either of that logos or the wrestlers themselves in some time, actually. That's a good looking truck there, I'll tell you what. Then we have James Beard now. James Beard has dropped back considerably. He went a little bit high. He is now back in the 6th position because Tanner Ensign has taken over the lead. Chris Etcheper is in 2nd. Joe Cronin is in 3rd. All right. I need to pay attention to these drivers because these guys are swapping positions here faster than I can speak. I look at one thing and they're doing other things. All right, so here we go. We're out there racing right now. We're at the front of this pack. We are going around the corners. We are flying, going across the start-finish line. These guys are really moving, trying to get something happening up at the front of the pack. Farther back, Howard Peoples has got a whole bunch of trucks behind him. They're all following him. He's leading this pack, trying to catch up with the rest of the guys. Then a little bit farther back, we have another pack. We have Ethan Thompson. He's back there. We have we have Robert Burke. Robert Burke is right there. So Corey Powell is back here. We have a few guys. Elijah Mopin's back there as well. Then we have the 99 back there. 98 is back there. So going back up to the front though, we still have Tanner Ensign in the lead. The 99 of Chris Etchepair is in second place. They're trying to get away from everyone else. They can't quite get away from them. Take a look out the rear window. They're looking out the rear window of your leader, Tanner Ensign. He's looking at these guys all coming up fast behind him. Wants to try to get away from them, but these guys aren't going to give him a break. They're going to be pushing him hard all the way around the track. Take a look at Chris Etchepair. Take a look at his nose cam. He's right there pushing that 29, which is actually the 26. He's actually pushing him, I'll tell you what, pretty quickly around this track. Man, oh man, these guys are just going. So we're going to try to take a look now, if I can. Let's see if I can take a good look and see if I get a good close-up of all these trucks. Okay, there is the leader. The 26 on your ticker board is actually the 29 on the side of his truck. That is Tanner Ensign. Then we have Chris Etchepair. He is driving the Kubota truck. He is your number 99 truck. 72, that chrome Chevrolet of Joe Conan. Then we have Mike McCoy, the 30, NWO Outsiders. Then we have Dakota Sidris. He is in that 24 Diet Coke machine. Then we have James Beard in the 25. Take a good look at that 25 machine as he goes by. That is Honest Pest Control, I believe, on the side of that. Then we have Chucky Allen in the 36. He's driving the Ideal Family truck. And then we have David Allen. He's driving the 3, another Ideal Family truck. And then we have Adam Ramsey. He's driving the SRA Printables truck. Then we have Michael Patrick. He is driving that number 81. Kind of hard to read what it says here. PBRS on the side of it. PBR Setups. Okay, setup.com. Okay, there we go. Then we have the 12, Russ Markinac. I apologize for the pronunciation. That's a good looking truck. Then we have Howard Peoples in the 29, Carolina Wheel Repair. Then we have Gary Braylon. He is right there in the 23. Then we have Dana Shepard. He's in the 44. Another SRA Printables car or truck. Then we have Jason Thomas, Mellow Yellow. Always a good looking truck. I love that mellow yellow paint job on that. Joseph Essenberg in the 10. Good looking. HendrickCars.com. Then we have Robert Burke in the 22. He's back there in that red machine, going high on the outside. That's a good looking truck. WGYO Crisis Squad. Then we have Sean Kaiser in the 52, Mobile 1. Shane Hatfield in the 15. Looks like Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter truck. Matthew Taylor in the 9, Exalta. Then we have Corey Powell in the 92. Always a good looking truck. Then we have Gary May. He's running that number 5. That's a sharp looking truck, as always. Then we have Elijah Mopin in the 66. Cat Scratch Designs. He's still missing his front fender. He did not get his front fender repaired, but he's maintaining as best as he can. Stephen Shannon, he's in the 6 machine. He's driving the old Rusty Bucket. That's a that's a good looking truck. He dug that out of the junkyard, brought it right here to the race and said, oh, the heck with it, I'm going to run her. And then we have Ethan Thompson. He's in the Inferno truck, 98. Patrick Wilkinson in the 82, right there. Easy Company. Good looking, sharp looking truck there. Then we have Scott Matthews in the 7. Elite RACEWay.com, I believe, on the side of that. Joshua Whitmore, I don't see him on the track. Matthew Neal, I don't see him. And Zach Domer, I don't see him on the track either. So we're going to go back up to the leaders. Here we go. Chris Etcheper is out in the front of this thing now. He jumped out in front. He finally got his way around Tanner Ensign. Tanner Ensign is right there fighting off James Beard. James Beard was back up to the front of this thing. He slipped back. He was on the lead. He managed to slip back to 5th or 6th place, I guess. So now he's back up there in 2nd and 3rd, fighting for 2nd place, trying to get back up to the front of the pack. The number 30, Mike McCoy, he is up there awfully close to the wall. Thought better of it, got back down to the middle lane. But I'll tell you what, you don't want to ride the wall here too much if you can help it. Kind of scratches up that paint job. Another reason why I wanted to take a look at these trucks before they got too damaged, before the race got too far in. So, all right, here we go. We're racing around the track. We're doing a good job right here now. We'll take a look at Chris Etcheper looking out his rear view mirror. He can see James Beard right on his back bumper. Behind him, Tanner Ensign. They're all trying to play catch-up. Meanwhile, back a little bit farther, back to Chucky Allen. No, back a little bit farther back, Gary Braylon. They are all back there. They're trying to see if they can sneak up a little bit farther and get something happen. There's Dana Shepard. He's giving a hard push onto the back end of, I believe it's Michael Patrick. No, Michael Patrick's up a little bit further. So, all right. So, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Patrick Wilkinson, he's coming into the pits. He's coming in, I don't know, lap 28 of 96. So, again, I was saying 30 laps. So take a quick look at his pit strategy. And he is coming in, I believe he was not in earlier, so he's coming in for fuel. Meanwhile, back up in the front of this thing, you have Chris Etcheper. He is driving away with this thing, but he's got a lot of angry drivers behind him trying to get to that first place position, especially Tanner Ensign. Tanner Ensign had it, now he wants it back. Meanwhile, they're going to catch up to a couple of lap trucks up ahead of them. There's one lap truck right in front of Chris Etcheper. Take a look, you can see him there. He's going high, he's going to stay well out of the way. That appears to be the 98 of Ethan Thompson. Ethan Thompson is going to go down a lap now. That's going to cost him. Meanwhile, back a little bit farther. He's going to try to stay with the pack. He's going to try to catch the draft if he possibly can. They're running 3 wide out there. There we go. See if he can catch the draft. He's going to be able to do that and keep with this lead pack. Again, we have multiple packs around the racetrack right now. Got to go back. Howard Peoples is leading this second pack a bit farther back. And then we have the 92, Corey Powell. He's back there running by himself. He needs to pick it up a little bit. Gary May, and looks like the 66 of Elijah Mopin. They are back there a little bit further. Meanwhile, way up at the front, Chris Etcheper is trying to hold these guys off. I'll tell you what, they're looking high, they're looking low, they're all over the back end of Chris's truck, trying to get by that Kubota machine. But can they do it? Meanwhile, Joe Conan, he is back there waiting for one of these guys to make a mistake. You take a look from his root cam, you can see all 3 of them. That's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. And meanwhile, Joe is in 4th place, but he's just kind of watching to see what these guys are going to do. Man, I'll tell you, that's a good place to be, I guess. And the trick is to see which one of them are going to make the mistake or which one's going to make the move. Who's going to go a little bit faster? It looks like the 29 truck is going to go a little bit quicker. Joe's going to try to get on the inside of the 25. See if he can make something happen, get a little bit of a draft action going on here. Let's see if he can get it done. Meanwhile, behind him, you also have David Allen in the 31, and you have the 97 of Adam Ramsey. He's out there on the outside taking a look and see what he can do. So these guys are all racing pretty hard up here at the front of the pack here right now. Meanwhile, go back to 30, Mike McCoy. He's up in front there racing with Howard Peoples side by side, trying to get something happening. Man, I'll tell you, but now they're coming down. A bunch of guys are coming down into the pits. We're going to follow along with Mike McCoy just to see what he does in that NWO truck. See if he takes tires, takes fuel. What's he going to take? We're going to follow along with him here. Watch and see. He's coming across. Enters the pit lane. He has the two, Gary Braylon, and I believe it's a Russell Markinac right there behind him. These guys are going to come in. Meanwhile, Mike McCoy up in front. He's going to come down to his pit stall. Just riding along with him. Going to take a look. Let's see if I can get a better camera angle on that machine. There we go. He took tires on the outside. Now he's taking tires on the inside. Full tank of Sunoco fuel. Bins of tires, and away he goes. 23 coming out right beside him. Meanwhile, up in the front, James Beard has taken over the lead of this thing. Chris Etcheper has dropped back. Tanner Ensign is in second place. Chris Etcheper has dropped back into third. And David Allen is right there on the back bumper in fourth place in that 31 machine. He's going to see if he can get something going. Meanwhile, I believe that these guys are all going to have to come in here directly for fuel. We're running, oh my goodness, we're running 36 laps on a tank of fuel. So obviously my 30-lap window was not correct. I guess these guys are getting a little bit more than the 30 to 32 laps that I was planning on. So we're not quite sure, but they are definitely saving some fuel somewhere. But as of right now, James Beard in the 25, he's back up into the front of this thing. He's going to try to make something happen. We have a lot of guys coming in. Tanner Ensign's coming in, David Allen, Chucky Allen, Dakota Cyrus, Adam Ramsey. No, Michael Patrick, he's in the pits. He's been in there for a little bit. Been there for 19 seconds so far. Not quite sure why he's in there for so long. Should only be about a 14-second pit stop. So he's in there for quite a little while. He's in the 30-second mark. He could have come in hot, so he could be serving a penalty as well. Meanwhile, Howard Peoples is now taking over the lead of this thing because James Beard, Chris Etcheper, all those guys have come into the pit for tires and fuel. But Howard Peoples now has taken over the lead. So we have got to keep an eye on this. Right now, I believe Howard Peoples has already been in once. He was in, yes, he was in lap 6 or 7. So he's got about 30 laps on his truck right now. But we have a caution out. Looks like Tanner Ensign has crashed. We're going to follow along, take a look, and see what happened to Tanner. Again, he's showing us the 26 on your ticker. He's driving the 29 on his truck. He was coming in the pit, out of the pit lane, got a little bit sideways, crooked. That's all it took. Spun him around. All the guys coming off of pit lane. Wow, that could have been bad. All right, so that brought out the yellow, though. So, all right, so we're going to go back up to the leader, Howard Peoples. This may work out into his favor because he'll be able to take a pit stop during the caution. So a few guys have been caught a lap down, actually. So we're going to have to go back. Going back out to live, it looks as though from 9th place on, they are all down a lap. They've all been caught down one lap, I believe. So we're just going to have to follow along here and take a look. Corey Powell's coming in, the 92. Looks like Howard Peoples is going to come in. You always say "see ya" on the back of his truck, so that's how I know it's Howard Peoples. Carolina Wheel Repair. It's coming in, so he's coming into the pits. Because right now, 9th place of Thompson, he is down a lap. McCoy's down a lap. Braylon's down a lap. Ramsey's down 1 lap. Sidris is down 1 lap. Markinac is down 1 lap. Allen's down 1. Ensign is down 1. Beard is down 1. Etcheper is down 1 lap. Shepard is down 1 lap. Taylor's down a lap. Then we have the 52 Kaiser. He's down 1 lap. The 72 Conan. He's down a lap. The 23 of Allen. He is down 2 laps. 23rd place. That's the 36 of Allen. And that would be Chucky Allen. And then the Shannon truck is down 2 laps. Patrick's down 3 laps. Wilkinson's out. Matthews is out. Whitmire is out. Domer is out. And so is Neil. So we have 5 trucks out of the race at this moment in time. So, okay, so here's Howard Peoples. He's going to cycle back through. He's going to come around, and he's still in the lead of this thing. That's going to work out really well. He's still going to keep down about 13 trucks. Down 1 lap. A lot of these guys might get the wave around if they are fired up ahead. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of guys that are looking for the wave around. All right, so that's just the way it plays out. We're just kind of keeping an eye out to see where we are. Going to go back up to the front. It appears that Howard Peoples, again, he's back there with lap traffic. They're all waiting for a wave around. But Howard Peoples is your race leader at this moment in time. We have a lot of guys that are looking for the wave around with 1 to go. You're going to see a lot of them driving around the pack. Let's see if I can catch up with these guys up in front. There's Steve Shannon. He's got the wave around. And that rusty machine of his. I like that. That number 6. That is a cool looking old rusty Chevrolet. All right, back up to the front of the pack. It appears now Joseph Essenberg is your leader. Howard Peoples is actually back in 2nd place, 3rd place. We're just waiting to see how this is all cycling out. No, Peoples is in the lead. Essenberg 2nd. Hatfield 3rd. Thomas is in 4th. Burke is in 5th. Thompson is in 6th. Markinac is in 7th. And then McCoy is in 8th. All right, that's the way it's going to play out for us now. All right, so we're going to have to go back out. See if I can get a better look. Still trying to figure out a few things. There we go. We're still have 1 more lap to go around. The lights are still on the pace car. So we're just waiting for this thing to cycle through 1 more time. We're going to add 1 more lap on. Although they are all lining up quite nicely, 2 by 2 by 2. They called off the flag, so they're going to do 1 more lap around. Barney still has the yellow flag out. They're all ready to go. Just being held off 1 more lap till they get everyone cycled around where they're supposed to be. I see Elijah Mopin. He's running around the track. He's trying to get back around, get back on to the tail end of the longest line. Meanwhile, Howard Peoples, he's up there taking a look, see what he can do. Trying to get out a good camera angles. If I can possibly get some good camera angles for you folks back home. There you go. You get a good look at the field there. You can see them all cycling around. The front of them are all bunched up nice 2 by 2 by 2. We got the longest line. That inside line appears to be the longest line. So a lot of guys are in that longest line. However, I'm going to go back up to the leader. The lights are off on the pace car. Going to cycle around, going into turns 3 into 4. They're all anxious, I know, especially Howard Peoples. Howard Peoples likes to be out in the front of this thing. He likes to get this thing happening if he possibly can. Then we have Joseph Essenberg in the 10. Don't count him out. He's usually pretty quick. He can be when he wants to be. We'll go back up to Barney in the flag stand. Okay, Barney, they are ready to race. Let's drop that flag. Let's get it going. Here we go. We're racing, guys. We're out there. There we go. The 29 Howard Peoples jumped out in front. He has Joseph Essenberg back there. He has the 15 of Shane Hatfield. He's back there trying to get something happening. Go back and take a quick look. There we go. These guys in second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, they are all bunched up. They all are wanting to make something happen. They all want to go. I'll tell you what, there's the 15 though, Shane Hatfield. He's been riding around in the middle to the back. He's made his way up to the front of this pack. He wants to see if he can show off a little bit, get some speed, maybe make it up to the first place position. All right, then we have Robert Burke. Robert Burke is back there as well in the 22. He's back there looking pretty good. Gary Braylon, he is back up there, but he is leading a second bunch of pack. He's trying to catch up with the pack in front of him. You can take a look. You can see the pack all up there. He's going to see if he can catch up some sort of a draft to catch up with these guys. I'll tell you what, though, the way they're racing, I don't know if I want to get that close to them. I'd like to stay right about there because things could get real bad real fast. You see them racing down there in the corners. They're going down onto the apron. They're really racing. And that's why you don't want to be up there. You see the wreck in front of them. Well, let's see if he can avoid him. Oh, no, the yellow car got down in front of him. Wow. Okay, here we go. We're going to go back and take a look. Jason Thomas crashed. Let's see what happened. See if I can back this out, get a little bit better angle, go around about quarter speed. Here we go. We've got the 88. 80 guy got tagged by the 36. Whoa, we were right up on his side. That's a hard ride. Up on his side. Man, riding the wall. That is a heck of a hit. They're all piling up behind him. Man, he was the first one to get nailed, though. He got nailed hard. And unfortunately, there's the 23 coming down and running into him, as well as the 92. He got a piece of him as well. Wow. Go back up to Sean Kaiser. Let's take a look at his crash. He's in that 52 machine. We're going to back it up just a little bit. See if I can get back here. See if I can get a little bit better camera angle on that 52. Run along about quarter speed. He's up there. He sees them wrecking in front. The 88's there. The 36 came down, got nailed by the 9. The 36 came back up. The 52 got nailed between the 72 and the 36. Then he got in the door by the 81. The 30 got involved. Man, I'll tell you what, these guys are all over the place, running into each other. He's still sliding sideways down the track. You can see the 88 in behind him getting hit by multiple different cars. There we go. Here comes the 97. He's going to squeak on by. The 52 is able to maintain it, get it back straight on the track, slow it down. Man, I'll tell you what. Here's Gary May. He's coming up behind in the 5. He's going to drop down low, try to avoid him. But that was a heck of a hit. All right, guys, let's go back out. Howard Peoples, back out onto the front of this thing. Let's see how this is all going to play out now. A lot of the guys up front, they were okay. It happened about 5 or 6 trucks back. So right now we have Howard Peoples, Joseph Essenberg, Shane Hatfield, Robert Burke, Adam Ramsey, Gary May. They are your top 6 trucks. Ethan Thomas is there, or Ethan Thompson, sorry. Ethan Thompson is there in the 98 as well. He's in 7th place. Now, Gary Braylon, he's in the pits. Dana Shepard's in the pits. And then everyone else, James Beard and everyone else are all a lap down, unfortunately. So right now, you only have the 7 trucks that are on the lead lap. I believe Dana Shepard, he might be able to come out and stay on the lead lap. I'm not quite sure. In that 44, it looks like he gets to stay on the lead lap. He does not go down a lap. But the Gary Braylon truck, he is just coming out of the pits there now. So he's looking okay. So, all right, back up with Howard Peoples. We got one more lap to go before we get back under green flag racing once again. Take a little sip here, folks. Be right back. I tell you what, this non-stop talking is a little hard to do sometimes. All right, so right now we have Peoples out in front, Essenberg, Hatfield, Burke, and Ramsey. They are your top 5. Gary May, Ethan Thompson, Dana Shepard, and Gary Braylon. They all appear to be on the lead lap. Oh my goodness, I hear thunder in the background. I hope we don't lose power. I hope we don't have a shutdown. Fingers crossed. We're going to try to get through this, folks. But I can hear, even with my headset on, I can hear the thunder rolling outside. You may have been able to hear it on my speaker. I'll tell you what, we are dealing with thunder and lightning here quite badly. If it gets cracking, I don't know. I don't dare risk my brand new computer setup that I have for doing the broadcasts. But I'll tell you what, we're going to stay in here as long as we possibly can until this thing goes by us. All right, so here we go. The pace car is off. We're going to get this thing rocking and rolling once again. There's Barney with the flag in the air. We're going to get going. Howard Peoples, put your foot into it, brother, because we got the green flag waving. We are racing. Here we go. There is Howard Peoples. He's jumping out in front. He's got Joseph Essenberg in the 10 right behind him. Then we have Shane Hatfield with 15. 15's coming up as well. They're all trying to get up there. Then we also have Robert Burke in the 22. He's trying to get something going. The 97 of Adam Ramsey. He's there as well. They're all getting down in the single file running. Tell you what, looks like Gary May is on the outside there. He's got nobody to draft with. He's just kind of riding around on the outside. Going to see if he can catch up with the back end of those other guys up in front of him, the 98. There is, I believe, Ensign. Yes, that's Tanner Ensign. He is up there jumping out in front. And there's the Kubota truck, the 99 of Chris Etcheper. He's up there. He wants to see if he can get something going in that outside line as well. Meanwhile, Howard Peoples is at the front. We'll take a look at the back end. You can see them all like a hornet's nest. They're all back there trying to catch after him. Well, and the 15 just got spun around. The 15 just went for a ride. There he goes. Wow. I'll tell you what, the caution has come out. No, it has not. The caution is, we're still racing, but Shane Hatfield has crashed. He stayed on the infield. We're going to take a quick look at his truck. We're still racing here, but meanwhile, just a replay. He got hit. He got spun around, but he was able to maintain it. He went down onto the apron. He had locked up. Good job of locking it up right there at the start-finish line, actually. Going across, gets it back under power. Trying to get it back under power. Man, I'll tell you what, he was trying to. All right, we're going to go back up. We're going to go back up live, back up to Howard Peoples, back up the front of this thing. They're still racing hard. Man, I'll tell you, wow. These guys are all anxious. We're at lap 54 out of 96. We're over halfway in this race here right now. We are racing as hard as if it was only 5 or 10 laps to go. You would think that they're racing for all the money within the next 2 or 3 laps. They still have almost half a race to go here. I don't know what's going on, but these guys, I'll tell you what, every Thursday night when they are racing these super speedway type leagues, they are here to have some fun. They are here to race. They are here to put on a show, and they are not depriving the audience of a show. See, Addis, we're late, but we're here to support the 66. Well, welcome. I see you there in the YouTube channel. Welcome to the show. I'll tell you what, the 66, where is he right now? Elijah Mopin, he's back here a little back farther. He finally got a front fender on his truck because he lost his passenger side. Whoa, there's the 72 went down. He saved it, got it straightened back out. He's back out on the track. But I'll tell you what, these guys are all racing some hard. I can't get over how fast and how quickly these guys are trying to get around the track and push everybody else out of the way. They are all like they're late for supper or something. I'm not sure. Must be something good cooking on the barbecue. Gotta go. Let's get this race over with, boys. Barbecue's up. All right, here we go. They're coming down the back straightaway, going into turn 3. Coming around the turn, they're all looking pretty good. Meanwhile, Howard Peoples will take a look out his rear window. Again, he has got Gary Braylon. He's right there. He worked his way back up to the front of this pack. He is right there in the 23, seeing if he can get something going. Meanwhile, right behind Gary Braylon, you have the 29, which is, or the 29, oh no, that's not right. That's the other 29. But he is not on the lead lap now. Ethan Thompson, he is on the lead lap in the 98. But we have a caution out. We have a caution out. Let's take a look and see who brought out the caution. Looking for it. I don't see who it might have been. Trying to go back through the pack and see who it might have been. No, it wasn't Jason Thomas. Trying to see who it might have been that caused the caution to come out. We're not sure. It might be Markinac. I apologize, Mark. Russ. I apologize, Russ. Let's go back and take a look at his truck and see. He came in. He's the only one that came into pits, so I want to back him up just a little bit. See where he came into pits. I apologize for going in reverse, folks. Just because. Okay, there he is. Whoa, there it is, right there. That's what happened. I apologize for backing up. I usually have an indicator to tell me who crashed when and where, and it did not come up as anyone crashed. Just a yellow flag coming out. It looks like the 22 got up into the side of the 12. That spun Russ around sideways right in front of the 22. The 44 got in behind the 22, gave him an extra push. 22 went down to avoid him. The 44 got into the back. Oh, we lost the front fender. Got into the back end of the 12. Spun him around. I am amazed that the caution did not come out for this spin in the middle of the racetrack. He did end up going down onto the apron, out of the way of everyone else. Everyone else was able to avoid him. But I'll tell you what, that's what brought out this last caution. Okay, so here we go. Back up the live again. We have the 98 of Ethan Thompson. He is out in the front of this thing. The 25, that is, he's looking for James Beard. James Beard in the 25. He's right there in the front, but I believe it's Ethan Thompson that is the leader right now. So, okay, we're going to go back out to live. Need to bring it back up. There we go. Back up to live again. Once again. Here we go. All right. So the 25 of James Beard is out in front. We're going to take a quick look. We'll bring up our NASCAR ticker. The 98 is showing as the first car. So that is Ethan Thompson. He is your leader. Then we have Adam Ramsey in second. Robert Burke in third. Gary Braylon, he just came into the pits. So that puts Dana Shepard into fourth place, and Howard Peoples will cycle into fifth place. But I'll tell you what, James Beard, I believe, he is looking for the wave around. There it is. He got the wave around. He's going to go. Get back onto the lead lap. I believe he's only down one lap in this moment in time, so that'll put him back onto the lead lap once again. Now, Gary Braylon, he is still in the pits. I'm surprised. He's in there for quite a little way. He is in there, so he may drop down a lap, possibly. David Allen, he's just coming out of the pits as well, that 31 machine. Meanwhile, Ethan Thompson, he is up in the front. He is going to see if he can make something happen in that 98 Inferno machine. That's a sharp-looking electric paint job on that. There you go. That's the Inferno machine, the 98 of Ethan Thompson. Team Ignition right beside him, SRA, printables. Adam Ramsey on the outside. Then we go back to Robert Burke. And then we have the 44, Dana Shepard. All right, so back up to the leader. They're coming around turns 3 and 4. We're going to go up to Barney in the flag stand as we wait for them to come around the turn. I'll tell you what, this has been a lot of fun here tonight. A lot of cautions, a lot of different stuff going on. But meanwhile, they're coming to the restart zone here now. All right, Ethan Thompson, he got his foot into it. He wants to drive away from everyone else. Inferno machine is looking pretty racy out there right now. He's driving away from the leaders. He's got the 97 Adam Ramsey right on his back door. Then we have Dana Shepard in the 44. He's right there as well. So I'll tell you what, Dana Shepard and Adam Ramsey, they've been in the league for quite a while. They know what they're doing. They know how to get around this track. I'll tell you, these guys are all looking pretty racy though. They're all in single file. Back there in for 5th place, we have Robert Burke and Gary May. They're back there racing for it. Here we go. There is Howard Peoples coming up on the outside. He is looking for 3rd place from Dana Shepard. He's going to try to take it away. Not going to be able to get it done this time by. He's actually drifting back into the 4th place position, possibly into the 5th. But he's dropped back quite a bit. He got back into control, but no, Gary Braylon has crashed. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Gary Braylon. Wow. Okay, in the 23 machine. There is that black machine on the right in the middle of the track. The 72, Joe Conan is down there. He got down into the back end of the Joe Conan, spun Joe Conan around. Joe Conan had a little bit of difficulties. He slowed down just a little bit, and that the Gary Braylon machine just could not blow it up fast enough. Whoa! That's a hard hit for the 72. The 72 hit the wall really hard. The 23 got into him. Man, I'll tell you, Joe Conan was not in good shape after that one. We're going to go back and take a look and see if I can get a better angle of Joe Conan's machine. Because he was driving along. He was having a little bit of trouble there. You see him get a little bit loose. So then he kind of got it overcorrected. He got it back out, but then he slid back up in front of the 23, but he's a little bit slower. The 23 had nowhere to go. Got into the back end of him, spun him around. And that's all it takes, folks. I'll tell you, then they're racing side by side, but then they get caught up. The fenders got caught, and they are in trouble. Man, that was a hard hit on the 72. All right, there we go. That gives you an idea just how fast things can happen on the track. 72 coming down. The 92 is trying to get around him as best he can. There we go. There's Joe Conan. He is down onto the grass, onto the apron. Man. All right, we're going to go back up to live. Back up with your leaders. Taking a look. The lights are on the pace car going down the back straightaway. This is cycling out a lot of guys. Gary Braylon is in the pits right now. Robert Burke's in the pits. David Allen's just coming out of the pits. Chris Etcheper is just coming into the pits. Corey Powell's in the pits, but he's been in there for 33 seconds. He's been in there for quite a while, unfortunately. Excuse me. So, all right, go back up with Ethan Thompson. That 98 Inferno truck, he has some good speed under that truck. Last time around, he took off from the pack and he was gone. He was doing a really good job of getting away from Adam Ramsey and Dana Shepard both. Now, Gary May has moved himself up into 4th position. Joseph Essenberg, he's up there in the 10th or in the 5th position in the number 10. And there's Howard Peoples in the 29. He's up there in the 6th position. Now we have a couple cars in between. We have the 66, I believe. He's got to get the wave around. Where is he? Just take a look. Where are you at? Why don't I see you? Where are you? Elijah Mopin. There you are. All right, Elijah's getting into the position. He is a lap down, but he is going to try to see if he can do something with it. He's going to have to fade back. All right, so lights are off of the pace car. We're going into turn 2 onto the back straightaway. Everyone else is all trying to get lined up 2 by 2 by 2 if they possibly can. There we go. Everyone's looking pretty good. A lot of guys are in trouble, though. Joe Conan is still in the pits. He's been in there for 3 minutes. Jason Thomas, he's been in there for 17 minutes. Man, I'll tell you what, that's not good for those guys. But out in front, Ethan Thompson, he is looking good in that 98 Inferno machine. He's going to see what he can do to make something happen. Let's take a real quick look, see what happens with the race recap just to give an idea, we're on lap 66 out of 96. We got 30 laps to go. Ethan Thompson is the leader. We've had 6 cautions for 37 laps with 5 lead changes. All right, so here we go. We're going to go back up. They are getting ready. The pace car is off. We're going to have Barney up in the flag stand. He's got the flag in hand. We're ready to go. Ethan Thompson is going to get ready to make something happen. Here we go. We're racing once again. Here we go. The 98 again jumping way out in front. He's got a good run off the start. He's got Adam Ramsey and Dana Shepard both fighting for second place. We got 3 wide back there, a little bit farther. David Allen and them, they are all back there trying to see if they can get something going on. I'll tell you what, you got to keep an eye on. We got more of them going on, 3 wide, further back even. These guys are all just racing their hearts out. I'll tell you what, though, back up a little bit farther, up to the 31. He's up there on the inside. They've all settled down in the 2x2 side-by-side racing. But I'll tell you, they were 3 wide. Then they're back to being 3 wide again. There is Gary May. Gary May's right there in the thick of it. He drifted back out to the outside now. He's okay. They're not doing 3 wide anymore. Man, I'll tell you, they got a lot of racing going on here, guys. They're looking at Gary May's roof cam. I'll tell you what, there's the 9 just jumping down in front of him. 9's going to try to make a 3 wide. I'll tell you what, he is in a hurry. Take a look at that Matthew Taylor machine. He's up there. He wants to make something happen. He's coming out of nowhere, that Exalta machine. Haven't seen him much all night, but I'll tell you, he's got something going. He wants to get going. We're down to lap 69 out of 96. He wants to go. Take a look up on his roof cam. We're just going to ride along with him for a little bit there just to follow along and see what he sees. We're looking at, from his roof camera, coming across the stripe down the front straightaway. He's got the 25 and the 12 right there in front of him. James Beard. And the 12, Russ Markinack. Russ Markinack is actually down a lap. So I'll tell you, right now, we've got to see Matthew Taylor, see if he can get up. Matthew Taylor, I believe, is down 1 lap, but he's trying to make some time, get back up to the front. All right, so we're going to go back up with the front. Talking of that, we're going to go up and see Ethan Thompson. He is there, 26 laps to go. We are racing. He has Dana Shepard right on his back bumper, along as Adam Ramsey. He is right there as well. Then we have Dave Allen and James Beard. James Beard, he fades back, and then he comes back up to the front, and then he fades back again, and he comes back up to the front. I'll tell you what, James Beard, you got to watch him. He is a man on a mission. He is doing a really good job staying up in the front of this thing. Even when he slides to the back, it doesn't take him long to get back up to the front of the pack and get up here racing with the leaders. So I'll tell you, he's somebody I'm going to have to keep an eye on. 25 laps to go. Where's he going to finish at? Meanwhile, right behind him, they are racing hard. Take a look out his back door, or back window. I'll tell you, they are all looking like they are hungry. They want to get to the front of this thing as fast as possible. All right, speaking of which, let's go back, take a look back a little bit further. There's Chris Etcheper in the 99. He's back there, Camping World Kubota truck. He's right there trying to see what he can get done. I'll tell you, he's got guys everywhere. There is the 29 and the 23. They're both on the outside of him, trying to see what they can get done. They're all, whoa, the 23. Oh, we're wrecking. We're wrecking. Okay, that was the 29. Howard Peoples. Oh, that was a hard hit. I don't have him. We're going to have to back it up. We're going to have to back him up. Howard Peoples got into it. I do not have my ticker on, so I'm going to have to, unfortunately, rewind the tape. Sorry about that, folks. All right, so here we go. We're going to ride along with Howard Peoples here. Get a good look. He has the 23 right behind him. We were looking from the Kubota, the 99 machine, when this all took place. But right now, we're going to take a look. The 23 is right on the back end of Howard Peoples. So here we go. We're coming around the turn. You'll get a little bit wider angle. Here we go. That's Gary Braylon. Okay, the 99 came up, got into the 23 and also into the 29. That put 29, spun him around, put him into the wall. The 23 I thought was more involved, but he really wasn't. The 23 was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I believe they just all collected, but that put Howard Peoples down onto the pit lane. I'm not sure if he came in contact with the wall. No, it does not look like he came in contact with the wall. He did pretty good. He kept it off the wall. But I'll tell you, he did hit the outside wall when this all started. All right, we're going to go back up to the leaders, back up to the front of this thing. Right now, David Shepard is in the lead because Ethan Thompson has pulled into the pits. He gave up the lead. He's in the pits, getting some service work done. Let's take a quick look at the pit strategy. While we're here, it looks like everyone has got enough. Thompson, he had to come in. He had 33 laps on his truck, so he would have had to come in. Ramsey is the only other one. Now, I don't see Ramsey. Howard, Adam Ramsey's coming. He's coming in the pits as well. He was 37 laps on that truck of his. So these two guys that really needed to come in, they just came in. They got their service work done, new tires, full tank of Sunoco fuel. They're back out onto the racetrack, but they're going to have to beat their way back to the front of the pack. So this could play out in multiple different ways. We'll see how they do making their way back up front. Right now, Dana Shepard is leading this thing. He is the leader. He has the 31 of David Allen right behind him. Then he has James Beard. Don't count out that 25. James Beard is right there in third place. Chris Etcheper in the 99. He's right there in the fourth place. Joseph Essenberg in the 10. He's right there. Robert Burke in the 22, he's in 6th place. Ethan Thompson, he is in the 7th place on the lead lap, I do believe. Yes, so then we have Shane Hatfield in the 15. He's in 8th place. Gary May, he's just coming into the pits now. He's going to get full service. There's Howard Peoples who's going to slip into 9th place. Gary Braylon, he's in the 11th place. As we cycle this through, because Gary May is just pulling into the pit box. He just got a splash of fuel, and then he's on his way back out. But Gary Braylon is going to get ahead of him. Matthew Taylor's going to get ahead of him as well. So, all right, we're going to go back out to the leader. Here we go. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going around the corner through turn 2 onto the back straightaway. I'll tell you what, they're all looking really good. They're all 2x2x2. They're all looking good. At the back of the pack, they're starting to bunch it back up again. Everyone's going to cycle through this. It looks like the first car a lap down would be Elijah Mopin in the 66 machine in 14th place. So we have 13 trucks on the lead lap ready to get something happening. All right, so man, I'll tell you what, the laps are counting down here. And once again, we are doing 3. This is the 3rd week out of 4 that they're doing the summer shootout. I'll tell you what, the first 2 have been pretty wild. This is just as wild. All right, back up to Bernie in the flag stand. Got the flag in hand. David Allen, Dana Shepard. Let's see how they're going to do. Here we go. We're back to racing once again, boys. Here we go. Dana Shepard is out in the front. He's flying. James Beard, he's right there in 2nd place, and David Allen is in 3rd. Man, I'll tell you, these guys are going. Then we have Joseph Essenberg in the 4th, but we have Ethan Thompson. He is back up there in the 98, that Ignite machine, the Inferno. The Inferno machine is right there in 5th place, and he wants to get going. Now, Chris Etcheper just passed him on the outside. That's going to let him say, okay, I'll come up and join you. Let's see if the 2 of us can get up to the front on the outside of this thing. Let's see if they can do it. All right, so right now, Dana Shepard, he's going to go on the high side. He was looking like he was going to go up there and try to block these guys coming up. Didn't work out. He went back down to the low side. Meanwhile, they're still all just racing their hearts out. There's the 25 right on the back door of the 44. Elijah Mopin Chris Etcheper in the 99. I apologize, the 99. Look at the number upside down on the roof. All right, so 99, and there he is, Chris Etcheper. He is just trying to get up there. trying to, oh, we got the 15 spot out. We got 18 laps to go. They did not call a caution. We're looking for the 15 Shane Hatfield. We're just go, oh, okay, Tanner Ensign has crashed. We're going to go back to it. There's still green flag racing, but we're going to try to run through this real fast. Hey, if we can take a look. The 15 got way high, down into the 29, Tanner Ensign's machine. That's actually the 26. He got hit hard, but he got back down onto the apron, so no harm, no foul. We're still racing, guys. All right, back up to live action. Here we go. 17 laps to go. There's the 15. He's trying to catch back up again now. Chris Etcheper, meanwhile, still working his way. He worked his way up to the front. He is in front of the 98 of Ethan Thompson. They are out there. Now we have a caution. Now we have a caution coming out. Not quite sure. Looking to see who it was for. Not quite sure who it came out for, unless it came out for the Tanner Ensign crash that we flashed back on. Wow. Okay, there's all kinds of action all over this track, folks. Don't take a look at Gary May. Gary May might have been involved in something. Sorry, folks. Okay, there it is there. Gary May has crashed. I'm going to go back, take a look at Gary May, see if I can get a good look at his truck. Here we go. He was coming around the corner. He's got the 81 on the outside of him. Got the 24 right behind him. He's coming down the track. Looks like they were wrecking up in front of him. Not quite sure. It was the 25, James Beard. What happened there? Okay, we're going to have to go to James Beard and see who else was involved with that. We're going to have to go, okay, folks, we're going to have to go back and take another look, see if I can find the 25 here. Bear with me, folks, while I try to find where I'm looking. Okay, that's just crazy. There we go. James Beard, he's in the pits. All right, we're going to back him up. Because I believe he was one of the ones that came into contact first with this. Okay, so we're taking a look. There's James Beard. He's down on the inside. You got the 23 on the outside. He's got the 31 right behind him. He came up a little bit. He got across the front quarter panel of the 23. That's all it took. Got him into the wall, spun him around in a circle. Okay, so then that's when the 5 got hit. When everybody tucked down, the 25 came down, got into the side, got into the back quarter panel of the 5. The 81 was involved. Man, I'll tell you what, a lot of trucks involved in that. Oh, hard hit in the inside wall. James Beard, that's a shame too, because he was running so fast on the track. He was doing such a good job. All right, so we're going to go back up with live action, back up to your leader. Chris Etcheper is in the lead. We have Thompson in second place. Then we have Adam Ramsey, Dana Shepard, Dave Allen in fifth place, Joseph Essenberg, Robert Burke, Matthew Taylor, Howard Peoples in ninth, Gary May in 10th. Man, I'll tell you what, these guys are racing. I guess that's what I was starting to talk about earlier. This is the third race out of 4, and I'll tell you, they're just having a good time with it. That's all I can say, because they come here, they're racing the big tracks, and they just put their foot into it and hope for the best. I'll tell you, for a broadcaster, this is what I'd like to see. Not necessarily what the drivers want to see, but I'll tell you, it makes for great TV to see all this action going on the track. Man, I'll tell you what. Now, the interesting thing here, we got the 98 against the 99. The 99 is on the inside. The 98, Ethan Thompson, he is on the outside. Now, that 98 has got a fast truck. We're going to have to see if Chris Etcheper can hold him off. Now, Chris Etcheper, he's been around the leagues for a while. I broadcast him quite a few times. Different leagues, not just here. And I'll tell you what, he can be a fast driver as well. So, man, I'll tell you, this is going to get interesting. We got a whole bunch of trucks back here, all looking to see what they can do. Adam Ramsey, don't count him out in the 97. Kind of cool, though. We get the 97, the 98, the 99. They're all right there at the front. But it is all on Chris Etcheper's number 99 Kubota truck. He's the one that needs to lead this thing off, and he needs to see if he can get out front and stay out front. Barney, get that flag ready, because these guys are about to cross the start zone. Here we go. Flag in the air. We're racing. There goes Chris Etcheper jumping out into the front. He has got a run. He's got the 97 of Adam Ramsey coming up behind him. Don't count out Ethan Thompson in the outside truck, that 98 Inferno. He wants to go. He's slipping down into second place. We got 13 laps to go in this thing. Man, I'll tell you what. I don't think we're going to get away without another caution. But meanwhile, that 98, he is right on the back bumper. Take a look on his roof cam. He's taking a look on the inside. He wants to get by him. There we go. Take a look right from his hood. Right. We're sitting on top of his hood. Now we are looking at the back end of that Kubota 99. Chris Etcheper trying to hold him off up to the roof. You get a good look. But meanwhile, behind him, you can see Adam Ramsey. He's right there wanting to get something happening as well. So, oh, we got a car spinning back there. We got a truck spinning back farther, I believe. Not quite sure who that is. Waiting for it to pop up. I'm not sure who that was back there. They are coming around the corner. Not quite sure who that was. We're going to have to go back. I believe it was the 36, maybe? It's not coming up. So I'm going to have to back this up, unfortunately. I apologize for the rewind here tonight. My ticker is not working as far as telling me who had the accident. It's only working about 50% of the time here tonight. So I see a lot of smoke. That's what it is. That is the 36 machine. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so here we go. We're going to get a good look. There's the 36. He's right behind the 29. He's on the high side. He's right in front of the Beard truck. There we go. The 22 is going to come up. It looks like the 22 is going to catch his rear quarter panel. Going to spin him around. There we go. Chucky Allen. Chucky Allen's going to go for the ride. Spinning around on the apron. He did not hit the wall, though. So it's just hard on the tires is all it is right now. He's sliding back up into the track, though. That is a little bit scary. And then back down, he drives back down onto the apron, gets out of the way of anybody else that might be coming along. But he is, unfortunately, at the back of the pack here right now. All right, so that's the way that ended. That's what brought out that caution. All right, we're going to go back up with live. Back up with Chris Etcheper. He is driving around this thing, just not knowing what to think. He's just sitting there saying, man, don't have any more cautions. I got this under control. I'm in the front. I don't want any more cautions. I just want to finish this thing out. Everybody else has something to say about it. Especially Ethan Thompson. We're going to see if that 98 Inferno machine can get it done on this restart. Man, I'll tell you, it's going to be hard to say, because he's going to be on the outside. 97 is going to be pushing Chris Etcheper to the finish on the inside. So he's going to be out there by himself. He's going to have the 44 Dana Shepard, though. Dana Shepard will be on the back end of the 98. He'll be pushing him on the high side. So we're going to have to wait and see how this is all going to play out. But, man, it's going to be a race to the finish here, because we are running out of laps. Going to take a look and see what we have for a recap. We just got to cover that for a moment. We are on lap 87 out of 96. That leaves 9 laps to go. We're going to go around one more time. That means it's going to be 8 laps to go when we get the green flag once again. We've had 9 cautions for 46 laps with 6 lead changes. All right, so how is this going to play out? I'm not sure. Actually, we're going to have 7 laps to go when this thing takes the green flag this time by. So I'll tell you, 7 laps. Did Chris Etchepair hold off Ethan Thompson or Dana Shepard or Adam Ramsey for that matter? I'll tell you what, they're all pretty quick. And they're all going to have their foot into it. Gomez saying, good race. Thanks for the broadcast, Art. No problem. I enjoy being here. Dan Parent says, let's go Dana Shepard. So we got these guys out here rooting them on. I'll tell you what, Dana Shepard, he's there in 4th place. He wants to see if he can make something happen. He's going to be on the outside again, pushing that Ethan Thompson 98 Inferno machine. So I'll tell you, it's going to get interesting without a doubt. We're going to go along with these guys. We're going to follow along with the drone. Right now, we're going to watch these guys up in the very front. I wonder if we can keep this. We're going to keep the drone. We're not going to go up the Barney this time, but we're going to watch them as the pace car pulls off. We're going to follow right behind in the drone. Chris Etchepair, Ethan Thompson. Chris Etchepair's got a big jump. He's gone. He is out there right now. The 98 is a little bit slow. He's dropping down, getting down in front of the Adam Ramsey machine. But I'll tell you what, right now Chris Etchepair is going. He wants to put his foot into it. He's got 8 laps to go as it stands right now. Going around the track. Everyone else is looking pretty good right now. They're all looking pretty racy. But I'll tell you what, right now, he is looking out his rearview mirror at Ethan Thompson. He wants to get by Chris Etchepair and take the lead. He is pushing. Now Ethan Thompson, he got up to his nose. He's right there looking at the back end of that 99 machine. He's taking a good solid look. He's looking high on the outside, coming down the back straightaway. He's trying to see if he can get something going. He's looking hard going into the turn. See if he's going to take a look on the inside. He can't quite. The 99 closes the door on him. Meanwhile, back up a little bit farther, we have the 97. He's right there in 3rd, but there's the 31 of David Allen. He just came up out of nowhere. He is fighting the 97 for the 3rd position. Howard Peoples is there as well. Don't ever count out Howard Peoples. He's always at the front of this thing. He always wants to make things happen. Then we also have Matthew Taylor right there, Dana Shepard right there, Joseph Essenberg, Gary May. These guys are all up at the front of this thing. 6 laps to go. Chris Etchepair got his work cut out for him. He needs to hold these guys off. Are they going to have another wreck? Are they going to have another caution? Are they going to have a green flag all the way to the end? We don't know, but that 98 is really pushing that 99, trying to get him loose. A little bump and run action going on. Seeing if he can get something happening. He wants to get by him in the worst way. I'll tell you what, there is the 25 of James Beard. James Beard is back up into this thing. He's fighting for 3rd position. He is on the move. Man, I'll tell you, he's been to the front, he's been to the back, he's been all over this racetrack. 4 laps ago, he's fighting for 3rd position right there against Adam Ramsey in the 97. Man, I'll tell you what, it's a battle up front here. These guys are really going for it. Now, Ethan Thompson, he is trying to see whatever he can possibly do to get that 99 machine a little bit loose. Just to see if he can get on the back bumper, see if he can catch a little bit of a draft. But there's the 97 trying to do the exact same thing. The 29, there is Howard Peoples. He's right there. They're all tucking underneath the back bumper of the car or truck in front of them, trying to get them loose or something. But hold on, there's James Beard on the outside. He is running for 2nd place. Chris Etchepair had to come up really high to try to block the 25. The 25, 3 laps to go. We got, looks like a caution out. Looks like Gary May has crashed, brought out a caution once again. Oh my goodness. Go back and take a look what happened to Gary May. He's in the blue and white truck way up high in the middle of your screen. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. See if I can get a good look. Here we go. Wow. He's up there on the outside of the 22. See if I can get a good angle here. Oh, looks like the 44. Dana Shepard back this up just a little bit. This all happened in front of you. Whoa! We got to back this up. We got to take a closer look at this, see how this all started. Looks like the 44 and the 15 and the 29, they all got into it. Okay, the 29 got it, but the 44 got into the side of the 15, squeezing up the 29. There we go. Wow, David Shepard up on his side. Gary May going inside, trying to avoid him. He's riding on the roof of the 29 machine. Gonna do a total flip of right under. He just drove right underneath him. Man, what a ride. Holy smokes, I'll tell you what, Dana Shepard was hanging on for dear life inside that truck of his. Okay, Shane Hatfield. Let's take a quick look at Shane Hatfield, see what happened to him. He's there in the 15. Let's see what happened to him. He got hit by the side. He got spun around. There he goes for a ride. The 5 got into him, spun him around. They get nailed again. Oh, and into the wall he goes. He got nailed by the 66 and the 36. Both. Comes down and meets noses with the 44. Wow. And then Chucky Allen. Let's see what happened to Chucky Allen here. Take a good look at Chucky Allen. Let's see what happened to him. He's back there in the 36. That's all he can see. He's locking it up. Man, I'll tell you what. I'm going to back this up just for fun here. Just for a quick second. Don't want to lose our spot. Okay, here we go. There we go. We're on the roof cam. You see them wrecking up in front of him. You see the 15 round sideways. Right in front of him. You see, getting in behind Gary May. Look at the 44 there. Look at the 44 up in the air. He's going to try to go up high, try to avoid the 15. He had to lock it up. You look at the 44 up on the roof. Man, oh man. And he's come down to avoid that. He ran into the 15. The Sabrina Carpenter truck of Hatfield. Wow. All right. Okay. Let's go back out the line before they restart without me. Man, I'll tell you what. They got some action going on in this league. I'll tell you what. Can't wait for the next time that they do a summer shootout, because if I'm not broadcasting, I want to be in there driving with these guys. It looks like they're having a heck of a lot of fun. Man, I tell you, the drivers probably don't think they're having fun. Again, from a broadcaster point of view, it looks like a great time. But yeah, as a driver, yeah, stop this foolishness. Let's just drive our trucks. Okay, I get it. I got it. No problem. I understand that aspect of it. But from a point of view of a fan, I'll tell you what, we're watching some pretty wild action here out here on the track. Man, oh man. Okay, so Chris Etcheper, he is out in front. Then we have James Beard in the 25, second place. Ethan Thompson, he is in the 98 now. He's behind the 99 now. Then we have David Allen in the 31 on the outside. Then we have Adam Ramsey in the 97 on the inside. Matthew Taylor in the 6th position. Howard Peoples in the 7th position. Joseph Essenberg in the 10 in the 8th position. I'll tell you what, here we go. We're going to get back out and getting this thing ready to rock and roll once again. We'll back up with the leader. The lights are off on the pace car. They're going into turn 3 and 4 right there now. Now, I'll tell you what, I was looking at that 98. I don't know if that 98 is going to have anything for the 99. He's definitely going to try pushing them. But don't forget and don't count out James Beard. James Beard has been to the back of the pack, to the front of the pack, to the back, the front. He's been bouncing all over the place. Here we go. 3 laps to go. He's right out there in front again. All right, here we go. We're racing, folks. Here we go. The 99 is going to get a big jump. The 25 is going to stay right with him, though. The 25 is going to fast truck. He's going to stay right by the 99. He's going to see if he can get something going. He's down there taking a look. Right there, we've got there's the other truck right behind him. The 25, though, is right there trying to see if he can catch up. He is fighting for first position. They're door-to-door racing side by side. Oh, and they spun! They spun around! Big wreck! Big wreck, folks! Here we go. A lot of fast trucks are involved. Holy smokes. Chris Etcheper has crashed. Let's go back, take a look. Holy moly. I think the 98 got a little bit hard in pushing him up the track. See if I can get a better look. That might be the spot that I want to be. Here we're going to go. Quarter speed. The 98 is pushing the 99. Going to jump up onto. There you go. Oh, the 98 slid out a little bit, got into the rear quarter panel of the 25, put them sideways. There they go. There they go. They're spinning now. Oh, there's a lot of trucks involved. The 22 is involved, the 29, the 10, the 25, the 99. A lot of guys are wrecked up into this mess. 99 lost his front fender, part of his hood. I'll tell you what, Howard Peoples has crashed. We take a look at Howard Peoples' point of view. Jump up onto his roof cam. Back him up just a little bit just so we can get a better look and see what happened to Howard Peoples. Howard Peoples is here on the outside. He's in fourth position right here now. He's taking a look. There's, you can see the 98 came up, got into the back quarter panel of the 25. That put him down sideways right across the front of the 29, Howard Peoples. There we go. That's all it took. Howard Peoples is involved. He's getting hit left, right, and center with all kinds of people there. Man, oh man. Gets to straighten back out, but he lost a driver's side front fender. He's bouncing into the 22 once again. They're going to come down, get into Dana Shepard in the 44. They're still bouncing off each other. Man, I'll tell you what. Oh, man, that's the... Oh, and straight into the wall. That was a hard hit. Man, I'll tell you what. Oh, that was not good. That's like... just like an extra hit after everything that he just went through. Straight into the wall. All right, let's go back up with the leader. Let's see who the leader is. It looks like it's the 98 of Ethan Thompson. Ethan Thompson, and he has Adam Ramsey right behind him. I'll tell you what, a lot of guys are in the pits. Robert Burke, Elijah Maupin, Corey Powell, Chris Etcheper, Tanner Ensign, James Beard, Dakota Sidris. I apologize, Dakota. Joe Conan. These guys are all in the pits. A few of them have been in there for a while, actually. But I'll tell you what, right now, that Ethan Thompson machine, he is up there. He's got a fast machine. We're going to see if Adam Ramsey can do anything against them. Then we also have Matthew Taylor. I haven't talked much about Matthew Taylor. He was up there a little bit earlier. He kind of faded back, but there he is once again, top three. Going to see if he can get something done. I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of guys out here. We got a lot of guys coming out of the pits. Robert Burke is still in the pit lane. He's still in the pits trying to get something worked on there. Then we also have Chris Etcheper. He's just coming out of the pits. James Beard, he's still in the pits, so unfortunately. Joe Conan, he's been in the pits for a while. But actually, back up to Ethan Thompson. We're going to go back up with him. Take a look. That 98 Inferno machine. Man, I'll tell you what, these guys are really, really racing hard. 3 laps to go. Are we going to be able to do it? They didn't even get a lap in last time. And I'm not even sure how many green-white checkers they have. But we're definitely into a green-white checker situation here for this time by, at the very least. But don't count out Gary May, because there he is up in 5th place. Ha-ha! He is up there in 5th place at Gary May machine. He is a survivor. He's doing a real good job. Meanwhile, Ethan Thompson, again, he's got a fast truck. So he should be okay. We'll see how he makes out. I'll tell you what, though. Adam Ramsey right there beside him. We're going to follow along. We're going to jump onto the drones. We're going to see how this is going to play out. Because the 9's going to push. There we go. 98's going to jump way out in front, right off the get-go. The 9 and the 97 side by side, trying to race it out. Here we go. Around turn 1. 98's got a good lead. The 9 is jumping up there, though. Matthew Taylor's doing a good job. He jumped out in front of Adam Ramsey. Adam Ramsey is in 3rd. Then we have Gary May for 4th. Don't forget, there's Steve Shannon in that old rust bucket of the old Chevrolet, the old rusty paint job. He's coming up. But here we go, the Exalta. The number 9 is coming up on the outside. He's looking to see if he can get up there, but that put the Adam Ramsey machine up into 2nd place. Adam's just a little bit faster than that 9 machine, I do believe. Here we go, final lap. Going around the track, we're going onto the back straightaway. It is checker or wrecker now. It does not matter. If they start wrecking, which they have, Shane Hatfield crashed, David Allen's crashed, they're back in the back. We're still staying with the leaders. The 98 is jumping out in front. He is still there, not being able to be knocked off the pedestal, so to speak. There we go. They're bouncing off the wall. They're wrecking in behind. I reckon, there we go. Ethan Thompson, Matthew Taylor, Adam Ramsey, it looked like. We're going to have to wait for the finish and see how this all cycles through, but that's the way it looked like to me. Wow. See if I can bring down my short list. Thompson, Taylor, Ramsey, Shannon, May. That looks like your top 5. Wow. I'll tell you what. We're just going to ride along with the 98. We're going to zoom in on him. Take a good look at his truck. We're going to watch for him to come around and do the burnout. But I'll tell you, I got to just make some notes here, folks. Just bear with me. Ethan Thompson is your winner. That's a good-looking car, or a good-looking truck right there of Ethan Thompson. He is your winner here tonight. I'll tell you what, though, it was a heck of a run. These guys were really, really racing hard here tonight. Wow. All right. So we're going to go and see if I can grab onto the drivers here. We'll see if I can grab onto Adam Ramsey, see if I can grab onto him. 66, he got, oh, Elijah Mopin, yes, in the 66, you got an 8th place finish there. Seeing him in the YouTube channel. Yes, you did. You finished 8th. You did a good job there. Depth Graphics, I love how they had to just look at the DEP at the back of the ET's truck the last few laps. There you go. They had to do that. Podium drivers, all right, we're going to grab on to Adam Ramsey. Hey, Adam, it's Art up here in the booth. You got a copy there, bud?
I got a copy, Art. How you doing, buddy?
I'll tell you what, that was hard fighting here. Well, all race long it was hard fighting, but I'll tell you what, you were doing a good job there at the end of this race, trying to maintain up the front.
Yeah, we we had 3 teammates together there, so we was trying to help each other out. And then at the end, I said, hey, we're racing here. And I probably could have went on the outside and helped. I think it might have been, I'm actually not sure he was on the outside there, but probably could have pushed him past Ethan and maybe try to go for the win. But I'm not in the playoffs, so I was just doing teammate stuff there, and glad he got the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a heck of a lot of fun to watch. I know that as a driver, the drivers do not want to see a lot of cautions. As a broadcaster, I love seeing the cautions. I love seeing the guys bunched up. It adds a lot of action to the race, and you guys definitely did not disappoint here tonight. There was a lot of action going on.
Yeah, I think it was a good mix, broadcaster and driver. We had some really good green runs and definitely some cautions like you expect at a super speedway. But overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the race. The last couple races I haven't been that happy with. We didn't have really green runs or anything like that. But this one I feel like it was a little cleaner than I believe probably most people expected.
Well, there is a fine line between them. I mean, I like seeing the cautions. I like seeing the accidents just to bunch everybody back up and add that excitement. But again, you do need the green runs because you do not need a wreck fest every 5 laps. So, yes, it was a pretty good mix here tonight. You guys did a good job, and you finished 3rd place. Good running. Did you have any problems during the race, or did you, any one time, did you think that you were going to be in trouble, or did you think you were good, or what?
I got banged around. For most of the race, I had like 50-something seconds damage, and I ended up fixing it there at the end just because there's only like 12 cars on the lead lap. Got that fixed up and, thought I could get to the front and just hang out, and that's kind of what I did. That last caution right there at the end, I thought we were done. I got door banged as it was happening, and I guess it just didn't damage the truck enough to push me back, so.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you what, we're doing, this is the third race out of 4 for this little series here. So we're going back to Daytona with the next gen cars next week. What do you think about going back to Daytona with the next gen?
I'm pumped for it. I think it's a perfect car for, this and the championship race.
It should be a lot of fun to watch. All right, so do you have anything for your sponsors or friends before I let you go?
I just want to say, thanks for coming out, Corey, for sponsoring the prize money, you for broadcasting this, and just the drivers. Glad you're here. It's an honor for you guys to be here, and hopefully we'll get our season started soon and get the points racing.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to let you go for now, and we look forward to seeing how you're going to finish next week at Daytona.
All right. See you, buddy.
All right, have a good week. That was Adam Ramsey. He finished a third. Now we're just going to take a look for our second place driver, see if I can find him down here in the bunch of drivers. I'm not seeing him there. Just bear with me here, folks. See if I can find him. I'm not seeing him, unfortunately. Don't see Matthew Taylor, unfortunately. Just looking. I do not see him. Okay, so we're going to have to grab on to the winner. Ethan Thompson, have you got a copy? It's right up here in the booth.
Hey, Art. Yeah, I got you.
I'll tell you what, man. That was a heck of a run there. You were fighting for it the last number of laps, but then that final wreck out there, a lot of guys got out of your way. You got to get up to the front of the pack, and you were able to maintain it. I'll tell you what, though, if you guys were looking, they were trying to get by you.
Yeah, in a way, it was definitely very fortunate the way that it worked out for me. I was working with Chris there at the end, and I need to go look at it for myself. But I know that James and I touched, and it caused Chris to get wrecked. So I feel bad for Chris. He I think led the most laps and whatnot. But unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes, and I'm just kind of glad that our team was still able to get a win tonight.
Right on. Well, I'll tell you what, it was exciting to watch. I know that you were right there, and you got knocked down a couple of times. Was there any time in the race that you thought you weren't going to get back up to the front? I know you were knocked back a little bit, and then you work your way back up front, and so was there any one particular problem that you might have had that you thought was going to be the end for you before you even finished?
Oh, 100%. I was in, I think, like the second caution, and I had 5.5 minutes of optional repairs, and I tried to get the first minute of it taken care of, but then I just had no speed at all. I mean, I went one lap down, got really lucky, got the lucky dog, and then at that point, I took my fast repair and just tried my best to stay out of the mess, and just being in the front was able to resolve, all this caution, being in all those cautions that we had. So, yeah, there was one point I was really not sure if I was going to be able to get back in the mix or not. It just got lucky with the way stuff fell.
Well, I'll tell you, you were out there with a lot of really fast drivers here tonight. There was a lot of trucks that it was really a crapshoot of who would win this thing. It just played out into your favor, just the way the ball bounces. I mean, it worked out in your favor. You got out in the front with just a couple of laps to go, and that's all you needed to hold them off. But I'll tell you, they were coming.
Yeah, they definitely were. And again, it's just being fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, you can only do so much at these super speedway type racetracks, but you can just try to get yourself in a decent spot to have a chance, and that's really all you can ask for.
Right on. Speaking about super speedways, we are going with the next gen car back to Daytona for the final race of this series. What do you think about going back to Daytona?
I think just about every single one of these races somewhat scare me to death, just because you just don't know what's going to happen. Like,
yeah,
like today. I mean, I got in a wreck right there, right in the beginning of the race, and that could just as easily happen next week. And then if you end up using a fast repair and then you get caught up in a wreck 15 laps later, and then your race is over. So I think it's just going to be, with it being the last race, hopefully people won't be overly aggressive, but at the same time, I think with everyone looking at the points, it could be the complete opposite, and everyone pushes too hard. So hopefully it won't be too bad, but I think it's just going to be, for me, it's going to be stay alive 100%, like with the way that the points are, and I'm up there in the top few, so I got a chance to come out with the championship for it. So got to stay alive.
Right on. Well, that's all you can do to try to stay alive. All right, so we're going to Daytona next week. Have you got anything to say for any of your sponsors or friends back home before I let you go for the day?
I just thank everybody that's running the league, Adam and all the other owners and whatnot, and appreciate them letting me be a part of it and helping them out as well, doing what I can to help Adam out. Thanks to you and the broadcast team, and especially my painter Dan over at DEP Graphics. Make some seriously awesome paint schemes. If anybody ever needs one, go check them out on Facebook. And just also thanks to the teammates for the awesome job working together tonight.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you at Daytona next week. It should be a lot of fun.
Yep, absolutely. We'll see you then.
All right, then. That was Ethan Thompson. He was your winner this evening. I'll tell you what, though. We're going to grab on to Corey Powell. Sorry, Corey. See if I can grab on to him, bring him up. No, I just cannot seem to grab on to Corey. No, I can't grab on to Corey, unfortunately. So I was going to bring him up to have a little chat with him and see how the race went. He is the major sponsor here tonight. But right now, we're going to take a quick look and see what the way this ended here tonight. Ethan Thompson, he is DEP Racing, 21 laps led. Matthew Taylor brought home second. Unfortunately, we did not have a chance to chat with him at the end of the race. He was gone before I had a chance to chat with him. But he was your second place driver. Adam Ramsey, he brought home a third in that 97. That was a good run for Adam Ramsey. Now, again, we were at Echo Park Speedway here tonight. We ran 103 laps with the green-white checker. We had 6 green flag lead changes for 6 different leaders. We had 11 cautions, 52 laps of caution, actually, here tonight. It's hard to believe. It didn't seem that we were under 52 laps of caution. We had the hard charger. That was Matthew Taylor. He brought home second place. He came up 21 positions. So he came out from the back of the pack all the way up to second place. Chris Etcheper, he led the most laps, 32 laps altogether. The fastest lap was David Allen in the 31, 30.50 or 580 actually for Ideal Racing. And the pole position was Gary Breland. He was the pole sitter here tonight at the start of this race. Unfortunately, he finished up. Where did he finish? I'm just kind of taking a look. He finished down in the 21st position here tonight. All right, so this is where we've been. We've been at Atlanta. Now we are heading to Daytona for the final race of this series. It's a 4-race series. This is race number 3. Next week will be race number 4, the final race. We're going to be driving the next-gen cars, going to jump out of the trucks, and I think a few of them are kind of damaged anyway. I don't think they'd be repaired by next weekend. So by next Thursday, we're going to be in the next-gen cars. We're going to be racing at Daytona. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you all there. All right, Art the Pirate Millen. Arr, we're gone. We're out of here. We're on our way to Florida. We're going to do a little bit of gold searching on the beaches of Florida before we got to do the race next Thursday night. See you in a week, folks. Bye for now.